السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. صباح الخير، كيف حالكم؟ I hope everyone is doing so well and everyone is safe. Let's continue learning about our topic مشاهير الناس. We are still working on our big word for this term is to write information about different characters describing internal and external qualities and characteristics. Our duet for today is I can describe famous people with negative character adjectives in simple sentence. We have learned positive character adjectives last week, and this week we are going to learn the negative character adjectives. And our usage will be use the connective but in masculine and feminine to describe famous people with positive adjectives that we have learned last week and negative adjectives that we are learning today. Let's start. ماذا سنتعلم اليوم? What are we going to learn today? اقرأ معي, read with me, لنعرف to know ماذا سنتعلم. What are we going to learn? ولد لطيف لكنه غير ذكي. Let's translate it. ولد, a boy, لطيف, nice, which is a positive adjective. لكنه, we don't know this word, we haven't learned it before. غير ذكي, he's not smart, he's not clever. And this is a negative adjective. To link between a positive adjective and the negative adjective, we are going to use a connective. إذن, so ما معنى لكنه? What does لكنه mean? Well done if you said, but he is. ممتاز. إذن اليوم ماذا سنتعلم؟ سنتعلم صفات سلبية. We are going to learn negative adjectives, and we are going to learn how do we use the connective لكن but in sentences with masculine and feminine. تعالوا نتعرف, let's recognize على صفات شخصية, the character adjectives and specifically the negative character adjectives. صفات سلبية, negative adjectives. ولد, a boy. كسول, كسول. بنت, girl, كسولة, كسولة. انظر إلى الصورة, look at the picture. خمن, guess, ما معنى كسول؟ ما معنى كسولة؟ Well done if you said lazy. He looks really lazy. He's writing so slowly. كسول, كسولة means lazy. انظر إلى صورة 2. Look at the second picture. حشور, حشورة. ولد حشور, بنت حشورة. حشور, حشورة means someone who's putting his nose in everything. Nosy, nosy. حشور, حشورة معناها nosy means nosy. وانظر إلى الصورة, someone is really annoying his friends. مزعج, مزعج. مزعجة, مزعجة. مزعج ومزعجة mean annoying. اقرأ معي, read with me again. صفات سلبية, negative adjectives. كسول, كسولة. حشور, حشورة. مزعج, مزعجة. Now pause the video and read the adjectives مرة أخرى, ثم افتح الدفتر, open your purple book واكتب الصفات الجديدة, write the new adjectives. And now, before we move to the next point, I want to highlight something which is really very important, is that we are using the negative adjectives to reach our vocab, not for anything else. الآن, now, الصفات, the adjectives, to use them in sentence, we have two connectives, either to say و or to say لكن. Let's have an example. هو ذكي ولطيف. So as you see here, we are using the connective و when we have two positive adjectives. ذكي, smart, لطيف, nice. There is another way. هو كسول وحشور. He is lazy and nosy. We are using the connective و when we have two negative adjectives. So we are using the connective و to use when we have two positive adjectives or two negative adjectives. But what about if we have a positive and negative adjective? Let's have an example. هو ذكي, he's smart, لكنه, but he is مزعج, annoying. So when you have one positive adjective and one negative adjective, you are going to use the connective لكنه. Why we are using لكنه? Because it means but he is. If you are talking about a female, you will say هي ذكية لكنها مزعجة. She's smart but she is annoying. ما معنى لكنها? It means but she is. So when you have two adjectives, one positive and one negative, you are going to use the connective لكن. But the connective لكن has two versions, one masculine and one feminine. The masculine version is لكنه. لكنه if you are talking about a male person. And if you are talking about a female person, you're going to say لكنها. لكنها. لكنه means but he is. لكنها means but she is. الآن تعالوا نقرأ أمثلة. Let's have examples. أنا أحب أبي. I like my dad. أبي موهوب ولطيف لكنه حشور. أبي my dad موهوب ولطيف, talented and nice. So two positive adjectives, we are going to link between them using the connective و. But when you want to describe him with the negative adjective, you are going to use the connective لكنه, but he is. Another example. قدوتي هي سيلينا غوميز. My role model is Selena Gomez. سيلينا غوميز ذكية وشجاعة لكنها كسولة ومزعجة. Here we have more than one adjective. Let's see how to connect between them. When we have two positive adjectives here, ذكية, smart, وشجاعة, brave, we have used the connective و. And when we have two negative adjectives here, كسولة, lazy, ومزعجة, annoying, we have used the connective و to link between them. But to connect between the positive adjectives and the negative adjectives, we have used the connective but she is لكنها to link between the positive adjectives and the negative adjectives. If you are not sure about what to use the connective لكنه and لكنها, please watch again the video. And now it's your turn. I want you to describe the family members and famous people using the positive and the negative adjectives that we have learned today. Remember to consider the suitable connectives و and when we have positive adjectives only or negative adjectives only. If you are going to mix between the positive adjectives and negative adjectives, you are going to use لكنه but he is, لكنها but she is. Use variety of adjectives and remember we are using this just to stretch our sentence and not to be mean to each other. شكرا ومع السلامة.